Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Artery Gear video. So this is the weekly meta report. I will call it week 2 and 3 because I kind of skipped, or rather I forgot about week 2 previously. So you can see I'm now up to rank 3, and we can see in the rankings that the stall teams are starting to form, and of course taking over the meta. So there is still definitely some cleaves in there trying to gatekeep some of the speed checks, and also just trying to get coin flip wins. But the stalls are much safer. However, with the introduction of Nina, stalls actually very easily broken as well. But I'll say that for another video. But you can see stalls are taking place. Second place, my place, a few other players on the top 10 leaderboard are running into stall. So this is group 1 for America. Group 2 I think is still predominantly cleave. Group 3 is definitely more stall as well. I've got guild members in the top 3 for each group, so we kind of know what's going on, and of course we know how to crack stall as well, which will be in another video. But right now stall I think are taking over because when everyone starts, it's very easy to build cleave. So you have your Timmy and fast as you can, and then build your AoE with the free attack set, so either Ruri or the Milvis, and that's pretty much it. You're set to go with stall. Timmy pushes Alice, pushes your cleaver, and let's see, you have a series to clean up. But now things are a bit different. I'll just show you quickly what a stall looks like and the team component. So there is a variation of stall, and of course basically stall will always win against cleave pretty much. So I can show you here essentially what happens, and I really hope I don't crash and lose my win streak because the game's been crashing on me. But essentially what happens is you have 2 threats, or sometimes 1 threat, and the rest are supports, right? And in this case my supports are Hiran and Morris. I think Hiran is absolutely a must because she is the best PvP healer, hands down. Morris can be substituted. It's more Morris is great as a support because S2 S3 cycles is infinite. But the idea behind this is you basically tank everything that the game has to throw at you, and then the cleavers go, and then it's your turn, and then you stabilize, and then you're able to just return the favor and then kill everyone on team. So personally for me, this is not very well built cleave. The scarier ones are, Milvis into Sirius speed tuned properly. I would lose 1, maybe 2 members, but however, even just with the remaining 2 members, it's enough to clinch the win, because after you use your initial burst, the Alice and the Timmy are essentially 2 useless characters. So the stall team can just pick off their AoE or their 4th flex, Sirius in most cases, and then that's it. The game is over from that point on. So it's very easy to survive cleave if you have the team composition as well as the gear to back it up. And the reason why stall isn't going to be readily available for the average players until later on is because of gear difference, right? It takes a lot to gear everyone, not just your supports, but also your bruisers. So I've shown in my Shura why it's important to have the stats that I have, which is very tanky with a good speed. Of course, attack a bit low, I want it higher, and crit damage as well, but it's essentially is built in a way so that you're able to go ahead and take that cleave, whether it be 2 or 3 instances of damage, and then return the favor after that. If you build your Shura a bit weaker, if she dies to the cleave, then it doesn't matter what the rest of your stat looks like, right? She's not going to make a move or take a turn. However, of course, if you run her for PvE, you can have her a bit squishier with more offensive stats. But that's essentially a stall team, and let me just run through the anti-cleave, the stall makeup. Again, Della I think will be phased out later by Ryza. Shura is a very good solid pick. Hiran is a must, so I would say the core right now is Shura and Hiran, and then you can add a flex 4th Morris, or previously I used like a level 1 Nemo just for that 10% damage reduction. You can use Micah, you can use Acacia. Anyone can kind of replace this position, and then PvP obviously in the 4th slot you can do Della, Ryza later on, but the name of the game is to survive the burst, the AoE burst, and then stall the team out, because the attacking team has a disadvantage where they have to fight through the air support that is from the defending team. So the longer turns you take for an attacker, the less likely you're going to win. But yeah, that's the PvP meta breakdown. I'm gonna make a prediction that people are gonna slowly transition more into stall, because essentially cleave are free for you. And then right now at the top already, stall is beatable very easily with just Nina. So it's not gonna hold back. You could do a variation of kind of offensive plus stall that may work or may not work. We need more testing, but right now advantage is definitely on the attacker side. Before, I think the average free-to-play players stall meta won't come for another 1 to 2 months. Okay, that's maybe too far. For maybe 1 month as you're building your gear. When we get raid and we get other game modes, you're gonna have a lot more stamina to farm the gear you need to form your stall team. But until then, things will be a bit more difficult for you. But yes, anyhow, that is the team, and that is the meta breakdown for the second and third week. We're shifting towards stall. Looking forward to how the meta changes next week, because next week, at the end of next week, should be when the collab is announced. So until then, I think it will be a mix of stall and kind of mid-range with a bit of aggressiveness put in, so it can somewhat RNG the Nina attack compositions. But yes, until then, it's gonna be quite a coin flip at the mid-range with the Timmy speed, and then at the top, just depends on how you crack the stall comps and how you deal with the cleaves damage. So that's the TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.